All right, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to use this in a video, but when I was driving home from work last night, I clutch kicked around a corner and the battery tray ripped the studs out of the trunk and the battery went flying across the trunk and it ripped out the wires for the fuel pump and it ripped out a taillight and it scared me. I thought I blew the motor up because of the way it was running when the fuel pump got ripped off right after hitting limiter. But the engine's good. And I'm just making a new mount right now. Previously it was just mounted by some pretty small rivets, but I got a riv nut gun and I'm going to be putting on these larger riv nuts. So now we'll have an adequate battery tie down so it won't go flying again. Is that it? Now what? Oh, it worked. Nice. Now we have a riv nut and we'll put a bolt through this and it will be stronger than rivets. All right, there we go. 4 riv nuts holding the battery down. So this should be much more secure now. Battery is fully tied down with the riv nuts now, and that thing ain't going nowhere. Much stronger. I don't know why do I keep doing this? I'm giving thumbs up in like the end of every clip now. I don't know where this stem came from. I cut a couple of inches of tubing off the aluminum intake, so our intake is no longer being pressed up against here and up against the hood. We got clearance here, and I wonder if it's gonna change the dose noise at all, because I know that length of the tube does affect the noise. I don't know if it's pitch or volume though, so we'll find out. All right, now I'm sure this may be a sad sight to some of you because it certainly is for me, but here is where the Mustang has been laying in rest for the past about 3 weeks, I think. I've had to park her up because there's something wrong with it. I'm quite determined to get to the bottom of what that is today. All I know is that it's ticking. It has a suspicious sounding tick coming from the head area of the motor. It sounds to me like a Chrysler tick. I don't want to say it's lifters or hydraulic rollers, though it likely may be because I have an 05 and the hydraulic rollers were changed in 06, I believe, because these were so commonly failing. Poor thing got pine needles all over it. It's been sitting ever since I put the new taillights on. There it comes. I was gonna say, that was the quietest cold start I've ever had. Look how long it's been sitting. Oh yeah, I hear it. Got a slight tick. Sounds to me quite like an exhaust leak, but I've gone through the entire exhaust and there is no leak. But it drives me crazy because I hear it from under the car. One of my friends told me online that it could be the spark plugs backing out, because that's what happened to him. I do feel a bit of a vibration in that spark plug, or in that coil pack. really tough to say. I hear it more back here. Let's turn it off before we do any damage. All right, so I have two working theories of what this could possibly be. My first theory was the hydraulic roller followers and the lifters, because the 05 3 valves have the same roller followers as the 2 valve did, and they were notorious for going bad all the time on those cars as well. So that's my worst case scenario, what it could be. Another option, which I'm hoping it may be, is the spark plugs backing out, because I had a friend online tell me that that's what happened to him. His spark plugs started reversing. That looks so cool, dude. I love this car. But the spark plugs started reversing thread out of his head, and they were leaking a bit of compression, almost like an exhaust leak, but through the spark plug hole. And this is also a common problem on these cars, especially the 2 valves. I've heard of 2 valves like shooting their spark plugs out of the head and like denting the hood. So that's where we're gonna start. I'm gonna go through and remove the coil packs and recheck all of the spark plugs and make sure they're torqued properly. Because if it's just a spark plug coming untorqued, that would be amazing. And I don't have to go through and replace all the roller followers. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the coil packs out and see if these spark plugs are actually loose, because that would be really nice if it is. If that is the case. And careful not to break the clips on these, because they are quite fragile. I broke Ben's, well, I didn't break it, he broke it. He broke his coil pack plug, and we had to hold it on with zip ties, because it gets pretty brittle. There seems to be a lot of discrepancy online with what the torque spec is for these spark plugs. A lot of people say 11 to 15 foot-pounds, but people are also saying that Ford says it's 25 foot-pounds. So it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm gonna go for 25, and hopefully that's good, because if you do too little on these, they can back out, which is what I feared is what happened to mine. What the hell size is this? Alright, there's 25. That one didn't seem loose, unfortunately. This one may have a little bit of gunk on it. I heard that if you do have compression leaking through the spark plugs, you'll get some signs on the coil packs. So looking for any signs on the coil packs of loose spark plugs. They've all turned a little bit, so I don't know what that means. We'll find out when I start it back up. That one didn't move at all, which makes me wonder why the ones on the other side did move. So perhaps they were loose. I wish 3 valves didn't have spark plugs. That would save a lot of people a lot of trouble, I feel like, if 3 valves didn't have spark plugs anymore. Or if 3 valves just weren't a motor. That would be cool too. They should have skipped the 3, went for right. Ooh, this one's. That one moved a decent bit. They should have just gone right from 2 to 4. Nothing good came of the 3 valve. I don't mean it. You're a good motor. You've treated me well. Alright, that one was tight. Alright. That's 8 freshly torqued spark plugs. I pray our tick has subsided now. I did an oil change. It didn't sound any different after the oil change, so I don't know what that means either. All right, she's all back together. Let us see. if that has made anything better. I really hope it did, because this would be such an amazing conclusion to this trouble. Oh, that was a very quiet cold start. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's very quiet up here. Oh my goodness, guys, did it fix it? Holy, guys, I think it fixed it. Oh my goodness. You have no idea how happy I am if it doesn't like start doing it again. Dude, I think it's fixed. Holy crap, that was so easy. All right, I'm gonna let it idle for a little bit before I get too excited. God, I had a whole plan of getting like, I was gonna have to pull the cams. I expected the cams to be all scored up. I was gonna have to get all new rockers, hydraulic rollers. I was just gonna go ahead and get like hot rod cams while I was at it. And I figured this thing was gonna be down for like a while. But she might be fixed, guys. Holy crap. Should we give her a cold rev? If she survives the cold rev, I think she's fixed. Holy crap, guys, she's fixed. No way. Okay, incredibly huge thank you to Maddox on Instagram. He's the guy that warned me about this because he had the same thing happen to him. And this honestly may be the easiest, quickest diagnosis I've ever had on the Mustang. I'm actually quite happy. All we got to do is throw this thing back together. Yesterday I had 0 working vehicles after the 240 throwing the battery incident and this thing being down for a month. And 24 hours later, I have 2 working vehicles. This couldn't be better. I've literally been having to skateboard to work every day because both of my other toys are broken. All right, and we're done. That was actually very easy. And I'm quite happy that it was such an easy solution. There I go, thumbs up and again. Dang it, dude. I gotta stop. But I still kind of want to get cams. I've always wanted hot rod cams for this thing, and I think that's the next like big purchase I want to make is hot rod cams for this rig. Because the stock cams are like nice and all, and they're probably more practical, especially since it's my daily. But the hot rod cams just sound so good, so I think I'm gonna do it. Maybe. If you guys like this video enough, I'll be able to afford hot rod cams.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to like hold this.
It's okay, just don't throw my phone. I don't care.
Should I get you?
No, just don't throw my phone in with it.
I don't like that there's no case on this. Okay, I'll try to not.